Hello everybody, One Lincoln Weather here. I know it's been a long time since I have uploaded a video to this channel, and I know this is not the video that most of you are used to seeing on this channel. Yes, I do plan to record more weather videos this spring, but what I have today is I am going to be testing something that I want to try out. Whether it's on this channel or if I'll create another channel for that. So about a week ago I acquired a capture card for gaming, and I hooked up to my PS3. And today I played a game of NCAA Football 14 in Dynasty mode, playing as Nebraska versus Ohio State. I created, when Scott Frost was hired as Nebraska's head football coach back in December, I created him as a head coach and replaced him with Mike Riley, and then I needed a quarterback to fit the Scott Frost system. So since I had the rosters for this year, what I did is I edited Tanner Lee's roster and made him Mackenzie Milton. Now I know Mackenzie Milton is not going to transfer to Nebraska, but I needed a quarterback, and he was kind of the first one on my list. So we're going to go ahead and start the video, and it's going to be post-commentary until I get a better microphone. I might start doing live commentary. So here we go. Let's start the video. So as you can see, I am 3-0, about to play against the number 2 ranked Ohio State Buckeyes at the Horseshoe. And I run a spread offense with a 4-3 defense. I went back to the 4-3 since last year during the real football season. The 3-4 didn't really work out, and I hope we do go back to using a 4-man front. So this video originally was an hour long, but I cut it down to, how long is this? It's about 23 and a half, almost 24 minutes. So I mainly just put the highlights of the game in here. So I didn't appear to skip through where it's showing any of the rankings. And here's the intro. I don't have the game audio on right now while I'm watching the video, but I will have it on the video that you'll be watching. It'll be quieter because this microphone is not very good at picking up sound. It's the microphone that's built into my computer. So, let the intro get done here.
What a sight this is for a college football fan. 105,000 strong, packed into the Horseshoe in Columbus. Football from Ohio Stadium is on the way. And now it's time for the coin toss. And it's brought to you by...
I skipped the coin toss. I did not win the coin toss. Actually, I did win the coin toss, and I elected to defer. So here we go on Ohio State's first offensive possession. Here I am just setting up the defense. I called man coverage, and I kind of edited from there. And the outside linebacker got the sack. The option play was kind of blown up on Ohio State's perspective, but it was well defended by me. So here's the second play. It's 2nd and 14 from the Ohio State 18. So let's see. I got an empty backfield, middle linebacker blitz, and then here's the left, or the right outside linebacker gets the blitz again to make it 3rd and 22. I am definitely better at defense in this game than I am offense, especially when I play in a 4-3. For some reason, I can't seem to work a 3-4 in this game very well. In NCAA 13, I can. And Barrett just dumps it into the ground. There was a lot of pressure coming. He was trying to set up a halfback screen. So yeah, there's Mackenzie Milton. I did create him. I had to change J.D. Spielman's number from 10 to 16, so Milton could have the number 10. No disrespect towards Spielman or anything. I just wanted Milton to have the number 10. Now, in this offensive play, I didn't set it up very well. I tried to throw it to the running back, but he was out of bounds when the slot receiver was open. That was just a bad decision by me. And then I think I call a read option here. Yeah, okay. That is what I do. So keep it. They don't quite let me get to the first down, but I do get 9 yards on the carry. Oh, let's see. Offensively, I did get into a better rhythm as the game went on, but it didn't really start the way I wanted to, and there were some pretty substantial offensive mistakes that I made. I don't know if I show all of them in this video, but some of them were pretty embarrassing. And there was even a defensive play that I completely screwed up, and Ohio State ended up scoring on. I think I do show that. So let's see. I have 1st and goal at the 6. Yeah, okay, that was a bad throw. It was almost picked off there by the safety. That might have been the corner. I'd have to watch that again. Sometimes my decision making on who to pass to is not the best. It doesn't matter if I play as a team who play with a quarterback who's a pocket passer or not. And I get a clipping penalty. That's something that seems to happen to me a lot. Usually during kickoff or punt returns. Rarely does it happen on an offensive possession. Okay. Okay, so I didn't get a touchdown, so I just settled for a field goal here. So yeah. I showed this because for whatever reason, Purdue ended up shutting out Wisconsin at Camp Randall Stadium. It's kind of weird how the game CPU works. Like what, Clemson's 0-3. 0-3. Sometimes it's interesting how the CPU will operate. So let's see. This is, I think, Ohio State's second possession. Try to give it to Weber. Loses 5 yards on the carry. I seem to do a really good job at getting the defense set up for the right plays here. In this game, the easiest way that I found to really disrupt Ohio State is you got to give their quarterback pressure. If you can't do that, they'll run all over you. So in this game, I dialed up a lot of pressure, a lot of blitzes, and that was a good pass I made to Brian Reimers. So yeah, defensively, like I said, it was just a lot of pressure from the secondary and a lot of blitzes.
From the 17-yard line. First down.
I can't remember if I score on this drive or not. I think I do. I lost a yard on that carry. So, let's see. What do I do? I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. Because it was about 5 hours ago when I played this. It did take about 5 hours to render. So it looks like I called a QB slot option. And then I ended up pitching it to the slot receiver. And almost got a first down. Okay. I think I just went with the read option. Yep.
tough spot
Yeah,
for an
okay.
offense to be in against this crowd in this stadium.
So Bryant takes it in for the touchdown. Hopefully we'll have Trey Bryant next year. He was pretty good in the beginning of the season until he had his injury. But I can't remember what his injury was, or if it was career-ending or not. I have a lot of hope for Scott Frost's first year. I don't suspect us to win the Big Ten West or go to Indianapolis or anything like that. But if we can get an 8-9 win season, considering how hard our schedule is next year, I'd be okay with that. I think most Husker fans would too. I don't really see us going 4-8 or anything worse than that, like how we were last year. And last year our schedule was kind of tough. I mean, look, but our bigger opponents were at home, except for Penn State and Oregon. But like Ohio State we had at home, and Wisconsin we had at home. In Iowa we had at home, and we got blown out by all three of them. Get another sack on J.T. Barrett there. I think I had 5 sacks in this game, if I can remember. I think I show the stats at the end.
After the sack, it's now 4th and long.
Okay. I remember I had a good punt return here. I thought I was tackled, but then I wasn't, and I kept balance, and then I ended up taking it, I think, to just about the 10. Yeah, to about the 10.
Great job on the return.
So sometimes the physics in this game are weird. Like you will think, like if you're a running back, you will think that you're down, but and sometimes you'll like get back up and go forward or backwards. So a little bit of speed option to Bryant. Got 9 yards on it. Down at about the 2. Let's see, what did I do here? I rarely go into the goal line offense when I'm within the 5-yard line, because I like to keep the defense spread out. I find it easier to get a touchdown that way. Now, if I'm right on the goal line, that's different. Then I'll go into the goal line formation. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll never go into it. It just kind of depends. So, get this extra point. Up 17-0 with 6:56 left in the second quarter. So on this drive, I think... Oh no, this is where I intercepted it. Barrett threw it into double coverage, and I ended up intercepting it. I don't remember if I scored off this turnover or not. I think I did. But we'll see.
From the 49-yard line.
Okay, skip ahead here. Yep, I did score. Got it right to J.D. Spielman.
That's a positive for the passing game. It was absolutely the right call in that situation.
Okay, and Ohio State ended up having a really long drive. They tried to run it to the left, but I had that called perfectly, and he didn't get in. Or, I'm sorry, he went to the left, not the right.
They put everyone up on the line.
And then this play, Barrett takes it to the right, and he scores.
I think The option down by the goal line is a great call. It puts so much pressure on the defense and allows the quarterback to have the decision.
And then they ended up going for 2, which for some reason kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Well, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion.
And I did not call the right play. I had all my linebackers blitzing. And then, which left that receiver open. So on this play, for whatever reason, the receiver on the left was wide open downfield. But I throw it down here and it gets tipped and then it gets picked off. Although I do get the ball back with just like 25 seconds left. Get a nice throw to Pearsonell.
They're not afraid to try this defense over the middle. The quarterback saw
And let's see, what do I do after that? I think I do another pass.
Picked up the first down. I wouldn't be surprised to see them come back to that play.
Okay, no, I know what I did here. So I was thinking of passing it, and then pressure came. I thought I was going to get tackled, and then I ran it into the end zone. And ended up making the score 31-8 right before halftime. And let's see here.
Great job of some tough running right there. When you get close to the end zone, things get very tight.
It's just a replay of it. Kick the extra point. Sometimes what I'll do when the CPU goes for 2, I go for 2 just to kind of, I don't know, kind of get back of it. But in this case, I didn't. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Okay, so on this play, I pitched it, and then he fumbled it, and then luckily he didn't take it back.
You know, this offense just can't afford to be getting hit with the turnover block. They need to hold on to the football.
Sometimes I refrain from the speed option because sometimes that will happen to me. And sure enough, it did. Luckily, the defender didn't take it all the way back. However, I went to switch to the safety, and it launched me forward, and he ended up taking it all the way to the end zone. I was really not happy about that. In fact, I think I was kind of raging a little bit. And that's not the first time this has happened to me, where I'll try to intercept the ball or knock it away, but when I switch to the player that's closest to the ball, he'll just move forward away from it, and that's what happened there. And they didn't go for 2 this time, they just decided to kick an extra point. I was kind of frustrated at this point, even though I was up 38-15. So I get down to the end zone, don't quite get a first down, so I just settle for a field goal.
The kick is up, and it's good. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
I showed this again because it really was a shutout. 34-0. They put up 34 points against Wisconsin's defense, which even in this game with the 2017 rosters is pretty insane. So I was actually kind of surprised by that. Even though it was the CPU, it still surprised me a little bit.
You can count on that one to turn the polls upside down when they're released.
So kick it back to Ohio State.
From the center.
Almost got a decent return on that. I didn't think he went that far when I was editing, but he did. So skip to the end here. I was trying to just run down the clock, but by just calling a bunch of running plays, I took Milton and Bryant out of the game. So they wouldn't get injured, and this is where I ended up going into the goal line formation. My intention on this drive wasn't to necessarily score. it was just kind of one of those things that just kind of ended up happening. So what I did there is I just handed it off to the fullback and let him run it in. So yeah, our final score of this game was 48-15 with the Nebraska victory. Wouldn't complain if we did that last year, or did that next year and just shock the world, go into Ohio State again and blow out the Buckeyes. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know how much at the end of this game I recorded.
For Nebraska, their pass rush has really been impressive today, Kirk. This defense has had success getting after the quarterback.
I did a really good job today, defensively, I think, with the pass rush. Offensively, I did okay, too, I think. But there were some silly mistakes I made, like there was that interception, and then there was that speed option that I did. There was one that I didn't show where I went to pitch it while the defender went to the running back, and it ended up being a fumble, and then it was recovered, although I immediately got the ball right back. I think that was when I had that Kalu interception. So yeah, I think I just recorded the rest of the game here. I just kind of picked random defensive plays. I didn't really care if they scored or not. So, I ended up getting a first down. 1 second left. So again, I just picked a random play. I didn't really, set anybody up. I didn't, spread out the linebackers or anything like that. I just kind of let them do whatever, and they just hand it off to the running back, and it's only 3 yards out of it, but it was a fun game. It was kind of raging at some points, especially when I had that mishap with the safety and ended up getting a 98-yard reception or something ridiculous like that. But overall, it was a good game. So, yeah. I think I even show after this what opponents I have left. I didn't show who I previously played, and I honestly don't remember because I haven't played this Dynasty in a couple months. I created it right after Scott Frost was hired after the AAC championship game, and that was back in December, and that was probably the last time I played this Dynasty. So I don't remember the 3 opponents who I had played before. Oh yeah, there was one play I forgot to show, and I'm kind of upset I didn't do that. The D tackle Nick Stoltenberg fumbled it out of Barrett fumbled it, and then Stoltenberg took it back for a scoop and score. I wish I showed that. That was one of my touchdowns I had. I really wish I showed that. And it was like a 50-yard scoop and score too. That's just scores from around country. Didn't really show any upsets. Michigan State kind of gave Notre Dame a game. As you can see, I still have Langsdorff and Diaco as the offensive and defensive coordinators, even though that's not the case anymore. I don't think I'll be able to change that until after I do this first season. But after I do that first season, I'll change it. But you know what? By that time, next year, I was actually trying to look at my schedule through here, because you can do that before you play a game, but after you play a game, you can't. So they had 23 first downs. They had 8. They had pretty much double the offense they did. Passing yards, they had a little bit more than I did. Time of possession at about 8 minutes more than we did. Yeah, bye week. Illinois, Purdue, Rutgers, at Minnesota, at Wisconsin. There was Northwestern in there. And then it was at Penn State and Iowa. So I was advancing to week 6. So yeah, there we go. Let me know what you think of the video. I might be doing this again in the future, whether it's on this channel or on another channel that I'll create. So yeah, take care, everyone.